Good evening, guys. Hello to everybody in the chat. Welcome to another wonderful week. We don't have John with us today. He is out. So we had to replace him with our buddy Brian over here from Offshore. If you remember him from last year, he's hanging out with us again, celebrating my birthday. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. How are you guys doing? Brian, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself and all that fun stuff. Let's get things going.
Well, I'm Brian, also known as Puddin. I'm the worser half of Offshore. I get the luxury of hanging out with Sizzle. And I don't know, there's not much. We're getting geared up for the holidays. Darcy's in the workshop, putting all the toys together for all the orders, calendars, and stuff like that. And I've just been editing videos. And happy birthday. What birthday is it? What number is it? What, 22?
Oh, I don't remember. Yeah, 20, not 18 is what I'm running with. That's what I've been saying, joking about on everywhere, putting out shorts and telling everybody I'm not 18 anymore.
After 21, it just doesn't matter no more.
Yeah, numbers are numbers.
Happy birthday. My birthday is the end of the month. I have the worst birthday day of the year, the 28th.
I feel your pain because I'm in December, but yeah, you got it worse than I do.
It's so terrible.
Yeah, it's a rough one. You get the combined birthday Christmas presents like every year.
Yes, I like to tell. I'll tell everybody who wants to, even if you don't want to listen, is that my birthday is 3 days after Christmas, but 3 days before New Year's.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to, what I call gather. It's like, no, I just went to Christmas, and no, in a couple of days I gotta go out for New Year's. I ain't doing shit on your birthday, brother. So I don't even. I get no party. I get no gifts. It's a whole thing.
There you go. That's rough.
Anyway. No one's cared for 25 years anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
That's kind of how I feel about it. And my birthday, like for on our end, so we have my brother's birthday, October 29th, and then we have Halloween. 2 weeks after that is my other brother's birthday, and then we have Thanksgiving, and then it's mine right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I feel your pain, like the post-Christmas New Year's, but yeah, you still got it worse than I do, but I can sympathize a little bit.
It's a crowded time.
Yeah, that's that time of year. Grant, what are you up to, man? Why don't you tell us about what you've been doing?
Well, happy birthday, Stanley. Good to see you,
Hey.
Brian. Who all we got in chat here? Ben Coruvius, good to see you. Peter Orchard, Pickle Outdoors, David Martin, Dark Soldier, good to see everybody. Hope you're having a great
chat
Tuesday.
too. Oh, now I see it. All right.
Yeah,
we
this is funny. We've had that conversation like so many times, trying to figure out like where to find the comments and stuff on here. And we'll be pulling them up on the screen as well.
We got out, tried to do some waterfowl hunting over the weekend, put out a little short video on Saturday. It's dry. That's about all I can say is it's dry. And cheers to Stanley. Cheers.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out with me, man. This is the birthday party right here, and I couldn't think of a better way of enjoying it. And I respect that, Brian. I expect the fueling up. I assume you're probably putting in solid labor, whatever you were doing today, because I know you're like the biggest workaholic I know.
Well, I don't know. I appreciate that. I mean, we do have a lot going on, but I mean, on the fishing, it's Darcy's been doing so much work that we can't go fishing, so I haven't been doing a ton. But
have you? You just posted a video today. I hadn't had a chance to check it out, so I'm not up to speed with it.
Oh, like
but you is this more from Georgia, or was that like just a couple day thing?
The last one, I'm already on to the next video. I don't remember. It was crabbing. It was stone crabbing.
Yeah.
This is our stone crab season, so it's a little bit easier for me. I don't have to go offshore. So, and people seem to like them. Our biggest video of the year. This year, maybe last year too, the stone crab video, so no complaints. But yeah, another stone crab video. Our pots were robbed. One was stolen.
Oh, really?
Stolen, so yes, it's all part of the crabbing game, I guess.
Dude, that's a bummer.
Whatever.
What are you gonna do about it? But still, man.
How much do those cost?
They're not that bad. I think they're like $20, but you have to buy 5 at a time, and so it's like $150. Then you got to pour cement, so it's like a pain. It's more a pain in the rear end than it is anything else. And
Are you not making those? I thought you made your own.
No. You buy like a kit and then you put it together.
Okay.
Because they're very specific with with the regulations on how the trap has to be made. In each year they make little changes, and then there's different crabs with different sizes, so you can't just use a stone crab or a blue crab trap and all this stuff. So anyway, but we do pretty well compared to other places because the crabbing where we live is so poor that not a lot of people want to break into your crab traps. So we seem to do better than most.
Ben Covarrubias says, too bad you can't put a glitter bomb in a crab trap.
Nope.
Yeah.
That would be a video. If you figured that out, that's gold, man. You got to give Ben credit on that one.
Yeah. Ben's a longtime viewer. Really appreciate him. Yeah, we could maybe do some sort of dye release thing or something. I don't know. That's an idea though, Ben. I like it.
It is. That's one to mull over. It sure is.
Like maybe it's like I don't even know. A dye release thing, maybe something. I don't know. Like red dye everywhere.
This is probably not a conversation that should be held on camera. But yeah, it's definitely like one of those conversations you need to have late at night. When
right.
you're bored
So if someone gets red dye all over them, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
So we're just saying that would be funny. Not
just
that
saying,
anybody would do that. Yeah.
Are they actually stealing the whole trap? I assume. I guess it's probably easier just to steal it than to rob you of your crabs, huh?
Well, the cement's pretty heavy, so I mean, I don't know. And then now they have this whole tag system, so everyone is numbered with every crab has a number, right? And so I guess if someone ever caught you with another trap with someone else's number on it, you'd be in trouble. But I see like zero FWC enforcement of any of this whatsoever.
I was gonna say that pretty similar thing around here.
Yeah.
We actually have a whole day. I think you guys too, but we have a whole day where they go around, they shut down crabbing entirely, and they spend the entire day just going around and picking up old traps that people didn't pick up. It's like a bay cleanup day.
Yeah, no, they don't have that here, but that sounds like a great idea.
Definitely.
Good way to get some free traps, I suppose.
Yeah.
They're gonna be full of hard heads.
Yeah. I probably the FWC have to do that because of the tags or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they do that. I've never actually done that, and we've talked about that before. I'm really curious about putting out crab traps. You say it's like such a popular thing, and I'm like, wow, it makes sense. I never thought about that. Yeah. Yeah,
because it's like you don't know what you're gonna get. If you open up the trap, and you don't know what's gonna be in there, so it's like a little surprise, like an unboxing every single time. but then you find all kinds of crap. Like you get different stuff in there, right? You get the crab, and then sometimes you get a mangrove snapper, and you get a catfish, or you get a starfish, or you get some other weird creature, and then you get to talk about this weird creature that was in the trap, right? And then, and so people love it, and then you can cook them and eat them, and so I love that, of course, and
it's delicious,
love catfish cook. So the whole thing, it just works.
I see that.
Yeah. Darcy loves it too, so. And she does all the work. I don't do.
Yeah,
you see the videos. I don't do nothing.
I wasn't gonna say. You say that. You are doing something. It is solid labor, getting out there with a camera and catching everything and doing all
tough
that.
Life.
But you don't get seen doing that labor.
No, she does all the heavy lifting.
Yeah,
strong as a mule. I'll tell you that girl.
Ben's asking. He says, "Forgive me for taking this opportunity, but I have to ask Brian, why the empty cans in the traps? Assumes it's deliberate."
Yes,
is that a thing?
Empty cans. It's supposed to be like some sort of trick to attract crabs that we saw some other people doing. It doesn't seem to do anything. So we saw some commercial traps with bottles in there. I guess the crabs crunch them, and it creates all this noise, and other crabs come apparently. Or that's the theory that we're working under, but it didn't seem to do anything.
I went a whole other direction of that. I was thinking because of the way the water is in some of our bay systems down here. I don't know about the cans, but I could imagine if you put an entire pack of Winstons or something in the crab trap, it would.
Let's try that. We have a lot of Newports around here.
Yeah, Newports. There you go.
Maybe
the joke being that there's so much pollution that they're addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah, maybe put fresh water in there. They come flying to it, like something clean water. I don't know.
Yeah, right. That's funny because they're so used to it otherwise. Yeah. One thing that we do down here is I haven't done the crab traps, but we go out to the jetties and pretty much the jetties, and we'll go snorkeling and pull them out of the rocks and get them. Different ball, and it's not the same thing like you were talking about where you're like, it's like you have your unboxing aspect to it, but
right. But I don't think that's really popular around here. Again, where we live is like the crabbing is terrible. Like probably in the Keys, you could do that, I'm sure.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I did not think about that. Scully, appreciate you, sir. Thank you. And Pickle says, how is the crabbing? Yeah, how have you guys been doing? He says Maine is trying to shut it down entirely. Obviously, Alaska's shutting their stuff down too. So
yeah. Again, where we live, the crabbing is just terrible. I mean, so it's like a given. It's just a bad area to crab. We've been doing poorly. We've had one pull that was decent, but decent for us is terrible for people. Like in the Keys, they seem to be doing very well. On the West Coast, I know they were killing it in the beginning of the year, at least. So, I mean, we're doing not as well as usual, but again, we're not in a good spot to do it. So.
You guys have blue crabs, or is it all stone crab you go for?
We have all stone crabs. North of us, they have more blue crabs.
That's so weird. With blue crabs is what we got here. That's the big one.
Yeah, I think it's too hot.
Makes sense.
We're like on this border where it just gets, it's a tropical thing, and there's just a lot of stuff that just can't exist, like grass and stuff. It's like grass, oak trees just burn up, they go catch on fire.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff like that. Like it's hot here in Texas, so I'm familiar with that issue. But I don't know, it's different. I don't know if it's the clear water or something. We have a strange crossover in species that we get here because they're traveling around and stuff.
Yeah.
But the prevalence of like redfish that we have here versus what you guys have, but then at the same time, you guys blow us out of the water on snook. So
yeah. I mean, it's just different, and we're a little south for redfish too. Like there's not a ton of. We actually caught the first keeper redfish in our entire lives freaking yesterday, so it's a coincidence, but there's no redfish here, period.
What is a keeper size over there for you?
18 to 27.
What's the biggest one you ever got?
Oh, Darcy's caught in freaking monsters in Grand Isle, whatever.
Okay.
But again, that's even going to Stewart, we've only caught like one or two over the years, so they're just not. They used to have it anyway. Down here, it's a little hot. Up there, they have no grass.
Yeah. We have it. So like down here, especially this time of year right now, if we can get a half decent weather window, we can go out on the jetty right now. And there are days, it's not every single day, but it's a lot of days where we can go out there and we can catch dozens of 40-inch redfish all day long. And it's actually the slots that are hard to get your hands on.
Right.
And I know they're doing the same thing up in like North Carolina. It's weird that you don't have them migrating through and passing them. But at the same time, we do have massive schools of snook that I see all the time when I'm out spearfishing.
Yeah.
And people cannot get those guys to take a bait to save their lives. So yeah. I don't know if like maybe when they're migrating certain points in the migration, they're just like not eating, or I don't know what the deal is, but
right.
I'm learning, trying to figure it out. I know they're there.
Right.
Yeah, Scully says we get them off the jetty. We do. I've caught them before. It's just I went spearfishing a couple of times this summer out at the jetty, and everybody's fishing for redfish, and they want their trout and kingfish and stuff like that. Gorgeous days. I was out spearfishing, and for months I was down there. A couple times a month. I'm spearfishing. I'm in the water. I'm looking around, seeing what I can get my hands on, and snook are everywhere. And every single time I went out there, there was not one caught. Like nobody even knew they were there.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, Monica.
What's up, Monica?
Oh, I'm curious. You guys do some hunting, and you the hunting that you do a lot of bow hunting off of the boat. I've seen you guys go after hogs and stuff in the past. I'm curious if you ever make your way up to do you ever spend time? You do a lot of traveling. You ever spend any time up in like the Midwest? You ever go do like whitetails and stuff? I've never seen you all do that.
We haven't done it once. We haven't done nothing like that. We haven't done a ton of traveling since COVID for some reason, but I guess hopefully this year, like you were talking about, what we're gonna do this year is hopefully some more traveling. No, I don't know. We just we kind of got us started in the hunting a little bit. She shot some squirrels recently. She has an air rifle. It's just not something she was brought up doing, and of course down here in South Florida, I mean, there's hunting for hogs and the deer. I guess the deer are probably like this big or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so what we got here too is them tiny. It's like Fran over here. The deer that he gets are monsters compared to what we have.
So, but I guess we're starting to get into a little more of that. But but I think I don't know if it's ever gonna be like a big thing in the channel. We just like fishing. We like going in the water and like go fishing. We're just not really. I hunted with my dad and stuff. I'm just not. She doesn't like the cold at all. Hates it, and I'm not a huge fan of it.
I'm on the same page with you on that.
I'm sure we'll do some stuff, but it's not ever going to be like a big thing.
Hey, you know better than I, but one of the things that I've been wrestling with, because I want to do some hunting, I've kind of got the bug a little bit, but man, like I thought fishing and filming was hard.
Right.
Hunting and filming is another, that's another whole ball game.
Right, because Darcy and I are in the woods, it's so loud. It's like, and I got a big effing mouth, right? And I'm talking some dumb shit. And we don't know what we're doing. And so, we'd be out there for 2 weeks and get a 5-minute video, and we just lose. Our business will go underwater.
Yeah. Appreciate that, guys. Thank you. For those of you guys don't know, just real quick here for everybody who is popping in here, or if you're catching us in the replay, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We're having some fun tonight on these live streams, as we typically do. Our guest tonight is Brian. This is Puddin from Darcy's Offshore. And for anybody who doesn't know, Brian, if you don't mind, I got some pictures that we stole off of your Instagram.
My Instagram?
Yeah, I got yours.
Instagram?
It's kind of hard finding Brian photos. You guys got a lot of Darcizzle stuff, and I kind of wanted to show what you're doing.
Thank you, appreciate it. I don't post very often on there.
I enjoy it every time you do, and some of this other stuff, I love that picture on the far right, where you got that picture of that mural.
That's a picture of Darcy. What do you mean?
It's hard to find a picture of you without her. What's funny about that is I love your comment on that. You were talking about how the photographer did such an amazing job putting you exactly where you needed to be.
Yes, he's a great photographer.
Photo.
Nailed it. He's like one of the top fishing photographers in the world or whatever, that guy. But anyway, yeah, he did a great job.
It's a cool photo. I love it. That's the kind of photo that all of us are trying to capture of ourselves while we're all out here doing this, or at least this is how, that photo is exactly how I imagine myself every time I'm out at the beach filming with my cell phone.
Did you notice how I'm holding that damn rod? Look, I'm just like, I don't know what I was doing at that particular moment, but
it looks tough, man. You look good. You look like a pro.
Thanks.
Is that your redfish?
Yeah, that was one I caught. That was one I caught in Stewart up by the power plant. That was the first. That was the first one we ever caught in Florida.
Nice.
That was a couple years ago. Several years ago.
That's a good red, man. That's one of those target that would be a prize catch down here.
Yeah.
You get those big 40s. You just can't do anything with them. You're not allowed to keep them. So.
Right. That was a slot fish. We ate that fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then what I like about this, I know it's the smallest photo on here, but I wanted to say this. I love the behind the scenes. Like I was talking about it a minute ago. It's solid labor. You're putting in work when you're doing the filming that you're doing. I like that you had some behind the scenes, even if it's just the one, you got the behind the scenes, the photo of you putting in your work while things are going on.
Yeah.
I like seeing that.
Yeah. Thanks for the feedback. I'll try and get some more up because that's what I do all day long. I'm holding that freaking camera,
Yeah.
Ready to press the button or whatever. What happened? What happened?
I don't know. Let me see. Button 2. I've never seen that before.
I don't know what happened.
Live happens. That's what that is. Every single live stream, something happens. Is it audio or whatever? It's always. I swear, I type this into the chat every single live stream that I do.
That's all right. We got you back.
All right. What do we see? We got here in the chat. Brian and Darcy are out in the woods, and the deer are doing live streams saying, "Watch these two loud humans."
From 300 yards away.
Right. Mr. Mark J. Larson Outdoors, sir, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us tonight. Says, hey, Grant, I think I saw the biggest deer I've ever seen dead or alive tonight checking traps. I thought it was a steer in the field, 200 plus. Was he in a trap? I'd have taken it.
Sounds great. Brian, do you know John from Small Water Charters? He's in here, said he wants to go fishing. He said, "Brian, hello, Brian, let's fish."
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's in your area.
I don't know him, but if he wants to email us over at Darcy's Offshore at gmail.com, you definitely discuss that. Talk about it. Do it. Maybe.
Yeah, they catch.
I don't know where he is even. He could be any. I don't know.
He's the Lake Okeechobee.
Oh, we would love to go to Lake Okeechobee. It's crappy time as far as I know. Yes.
Definitely.
Because otherwise I got to go by myself, and I don't know, I don't know if you guys know Lake Okeechobee, but it's like going to the ocean. You don't know where nothing is if you don't go there. Just like going in the ocean. If you don't go in the ocean every day, you don't know where nothing is. So it's just like Lake Okeechobee.
Right. Yeah, you guys need to get together. They wear them out. There's days they catch 50 bass.
He is out there every day.
We go like twice a year I always try and go with somebody because again, I only go twice a year. And we've been missing a lot of trips lately. We missed bluegill last year. We did do crappie last year. And I want, they got these shiners. They're like a foot long, and they catch like 8-pound bass every cast. So when it's right, so. Yeah. It's like an hour away from me. We gotta go there more often. So that'd be great. Give us an email.
Especially considering all the traveling you guys are doing. You had me sold. I talked about it a moment ago. Obviously, I was like getting caught up on videos and stuff. But you got me sold on Georgia. That place where you guys stayed at. I will be stopping by there next time I'm on my way through.
Yeah, it's really awesome. You can do like so much stuff there, and it's like subsidized by the Army Corps of Engineers, so it's super cheap.
Nice. Yeah, I got that one written down for like next time going through. That was an awesome looking place, and I'm trying to brush up and get a little bit better with freshwater stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So here's another one too. Smallwater says we run crappie charters. Yeah. Pontoon 18 rods. So you made a comment in one of those videos about how you wanted it's like a workboat. You wanted a pontoon, and I've got to say I loved hearing that. Because I love pontoon boats. To me, it's a big fishing deck, but I've been made fun of every time I say that. I didn't ever have anybody on my side.
No, I'm on your side, man. Every time I go on, I don't care if it's on the saltwater, the freshwater.
Yep.
I'm living large.
Yeah, right. It's like comfortable fishing platform. You know how many times I've almost fallen off the bow of any boat that I'm on? Because I like to go right to the point. I want to go right there. I'm right there on the edge. You get one decent fish, man, and you're going. My dad's had to grab me 2 or 3 times the last couple of years by the belt, make sure I don't go overboard. Run lights for night fishing. It's a rig. I'll exchange information for you there, Smallwater. I'll get that passed along for you. Also, anybody who has not seen Darcizzle Offshore, you need to. They are one of the absolute premier fishing channels on YouTube, period, bar none. There's a link in the description of the video down here. Check them out. Great channel. Great. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not even just fishing. It's living the dream. It is enjoying your loved ones, family, all of that stuff that we're all about here.
Definitely.
Crappie. Same. I know, but everybody's got like their own way of saying it. And the last thing I wanted to do was sit here and say, "Oh yeah, Smallwater Charters." That guy that runs the crappy charters. I just felt weird saying it like.
People go crazy over it. Like I have to I like when I post, I say every word: crappie, speck, black spotted bass, sockeye. You got to say every one, otherwise someone's gonna be.
Yeah.
What's the? Do you have the issues with? So we have black drum here, and then you have the freshwater drum. The one that we get such a kick out of right now is the sheephead drum, Gasper goo. Like, what do you call it? Conversation.
Gasper goo.
That's a freshwater drum. It's like they're all black drum. They're all the same thing.
I'm not sure how many I'm not sure if we have freshwater drum this far south. That the shallow water guy would know better. But it's not like a common catch down here. I know that. We've never caught one. I think they're a little bit more north. And most people call black drum and redfish down here.
Oh, and big uglies. That's another. It's good, because we're just going to start throwing out a whole bunch of names on stuff.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they say that. I mean, we don't have a huge black drum fishery here either. Like, we don't catch those black drums like you guys do. There's none where I am, and there's some in Stewart.
Well, I mean, according to anybody who's ever caught a Gasper goo, they're like the most disgusting, horrible, terrible fish you've ever seen in your life. So you're not missing out on anything.
I've heard that.
Now I live in South Texas, so I'm like black drum. That's the second tier fish that you absolutely eat. Yeah. It's like right up there with gaff tops.
A little better than those gaff tops, aren't they?
Probably better than yeah. I eat
You've done
it
those
all.
too.
Yeah, Ben says I learned on this stream just last week that crappie are also called specks. Yeah, I'd never heard that before either because everything down here is speckled trout specks.
Oh.
And okay, here's a new one for me. Hearing the locals call the little bugs in the grass chizzywinks. I've never heard that one before.
Never heard that one either.
Chizzywinks. I think somebody may be messing with you. I don't know.
Yeah, never heard of Chizzywinks. Jiggers.
You probably know those local Chowie people. I think a lot of stuff they got like a whole language over there. You wouldn't even.
Yeah, okay, I hear that. We got a little bit of that around here too.
Yeah.
Night, Monica. Have a good night, and thank you for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Later, Monica.
So, we're at that time of year where things are kind of winding down. We're at least down here. I imagine you're kind of in a similar little bit of a thing, at least, where the seasons are kind of changing and fishing patterns and everything are changing. Obviously, like YouTube stuff is like on changing from season to season. We've got all views are down, but ad revenue is up, kind of stuff. What are you guys? I know you got Christmas stuff coming up, and I know you got all that sort of thing going on. But after all of that, after all the holiday stuff is done, and you're ready to hit the ground running all over again, you're gonna hit the pavement. What do you got? Like, what are you guys gonna be working on? You said you're gonna be doing some traveling. What kind of destinations are you looking at? Or are you considering?
One thing I've been trying to do forever, because I'm from New York, from Long Island originally, and there's really especially over the last 3 to 5 years, the fishing up there has really taken off. Like, it's really gotten a lot better from all the conservation works. Like, if you let it sit a while, it actually works. So I want to go to New York for maybe a month, stay at my sister's and actually drive up there, and we can hit like some trips up on the way, like maybe every state, definitely like, redfish or whatever, where, I don't know, whatever's biting up the East Coast. We've never fished in North Carolina, which is like a travesty of justice. So, planning on taking a pretty good road trip, up to Long Island and staying up there, and then hitting up like Marciano and Cape Cod, maybe some stripers and all that kind of stuff. So that's really one of our main things. And then like our normal Keys trips, maybe hopefully 2 trips this year. Last year we went in June. We discovered we really should be going in May, which we always used to do.
I made that mistake a few times. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you travel like around the time when you can, not necessarily around the time when it's best to do it.
Yeah, fortunately we can go when it's best to do it. But we just, May was so crazy last year or the year before that. So we're going the first week of June. It's just like May. It's the same thing. Like all the tarpon left. It's like they were gone. They were gone. I mean, there was some tarpon, but it wasn't like tarpon run or anything. So I mean, that's the main things I think. Obviously, I'd love to get to Texas, or at least that direction.
One of these days, I'm going to be trying to convince you on that. I would have such a ball getting you guys into the redfish we were talking about out on the jetty. I would love to get you into a day doing that. We also do flounder gigging, but it's been a long time since I've done that. I don't know how much of that you guys do.
At all. We don't have flounder.
Oh, that's like a huge thing down here. Yeah, you just go walk around the flats at night and spear them. We do it with stingrays in the surf. I eat stingrays. Some people they're not as same about that, but there's a lot of fun things to do like that. Oil rigs. We have oil rigs. I'd love to take you out to the oil rigs. Yeah, different kind of ball game on that.
Yeah, we got to do that. Now we're friends with big cameraman Ron, so we'll stop by his house on the way, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah, that's another one. Like, this is conversations that we need to have. We've talked about stuff like this before, and I really appreciate your personality and everything that you have like said to me in the past. You've been like the most supportive person that I've ever met on YouTube, and I absolutely love it. But one of these days, I'm going to make my way over to Florida, and my whole goal is I just want to film a trip for you guys. I would have so much fun just sitting behind the camera and letting you kind of get away from that.
Well, you're invited. Come on over. I got a place for you to stay. I might even pay for your plane ticket.
Hey.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Dude, we can have that conversation later on because I wasn't expecting anything like that. But I'm always game for a week.
Then if you could watch the bunny rabbits while Darcy and I go on a date, that would be the epitome. It's like we have 5 kids. We don't go on any dates ever.
Okay, yeah, I hear you on that. And I can babysit rabbits. I'm good with that
Yeah,
too.
it's not that hard.
I think I'm familiar with Bruce. I'm not familiar with the other guys.
Yeah, I got Blitz and this other one, but whatever.
Okay.
That's
We can have that conversation. I'm good for that.
Well,
Grant, coming up in this, we got this new year. We are going to be, so everybody in the chat, so you guys know, we are going to be winding this season of our live streams down. I believe tentatively we're going to be doing our final episode for this season next week. It's going to be on A&J Outdoors channel. For anybody who's not already, of course, there are links to everybody's channels in the description of this video down below. So we're going to have like a big blowout party next week as well. That having been said, Grant, we're going to be hitting the ground. We're going to hit the pavement. We're going to have like a big thing, starting things back up again in January. What are you going to be doing that's like, you have winter. So what you guys do is completely different from me. What are you looking forward to be doing in that time of year? What are the things to do?
We're just waterfowl hunting. We've actually got a permit to hunt at a public place this Saturday. So we'll see. I mean, we had the early cold spell. You know, we had the earliest, 25 degrees, October 21st. It was the earliest that low of a temperature ever. So I think a lot of ducks already passed us. I think Texas, Florida,
We got a lot here.
Louisiana, Georgia, all them southern states, they are wearing the ducks out already. So they're already past us. So I don't really know what to expect. I mean, we need water. It's dry. And it is what it is. You know, you deal with what you get and do your best and then just enjoy nature at this point. You know, if there's no ducks, then you're just sitting out there enjoying the peace and quiet and whatever else you can see.
I can't argue with the value in that. And Brian, I heard you talking about that in a recent video as well, where it was like, I think you guys had like a rough start to a trip or something like that, and you're talking about how sometimes you just need to be out there. You just need to enjoy just being out there in nature. I'm editing a video right now. I've been editing it for like 3 weeks because I'm having a hard time with the video editing process on this one alone. But it's kind of like all about just enjoying being out there, because I wasn't really catching stuff. And sometimes you just got to do that. You just have to kind of take a step back and be like, you know what? I'm not in the office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it comes out on the videos. I'm trying to share this on Facebook. I think it comes out better on the, it comes out, we're supposed to be in, our big thing is follow your dreams, right? So my dream is not really out there to be not enjoying myself, so
yeah,
we try and enjoy ourselves, and which somehow takes away from some of the production value or whatever, but it also makes it more authentic and relevant and real. So I think it's a valuable, I think it's a good trade-off, I think.
Yeah.
And it helps me to have a longer career. I don't know, just so it helps with burnout.
Yes.
So I think trying to enjoy yourself out there is invaluable, because we've been doing it a long time, and sometimes it is people think I'm crazy, but it is a job. I got to pay bills, and sometimes videos do well and sometimes they don't, and sometimes you don't make a video, you have to have all day, and we don't make a video. That's like someone going to work and not getting paid, and we have sponsors and everything else. And so, it is a grind, and you're always trying to do better, obviously, right? So you're pushing yourself too. So yeah, you got to enjoy yourself out there, man.
Yeah.
I think.
I totally agree. Yeah, I think about like that. We've had that discussion before, and I think about that every single time. Like in this last video, I was out there and I had a rough day of it. I didn't catch a fish, but the people next to me did, and they're very generous. I'll leave it for the video, but they hooked me up with some fish in a funny set of circumstances. But I don't even know. It was kind of weird. Now I'm like stuck on like that whole thing. But I was out there the whole time. Like I was still like I had a smile on my face. I was blessed to be able just to be doing that.
And I'll tell you, people, your viewers, they want to see that too. And if you don't catch a fish, they'll tell you that, dude, I go out there and don't catch fish all the time, and it's great to see that you don't catch fish. It's so relevant because all of us don't catch fish all the time, like lots of times, right? Mm-hmm. And so, it's obviously it's a little tough to make a thumbnail and some sort of title for someone to click if you don't catch any fish, but you come up with something. And a lot of times those kind of more experimental videos or titles or something we kind of just come off with, sometimes they do actually do better. So you can't really judge it. You don't know what's going to happen with the algorithm or whatever. So, I've seen people go fishing, don't catch a fish, and then they go to a grocery store and they buy a fish.
I've done that.
They cook the fish.
I've done
and
a
no
video
one cares.
about
The
doing
video does
that,
fine.
yeah.
Like no one, I think it's a fatal thing. I gotta catch a fish and make this video, but the people watching don't give a flying hoot. Just that's my experience. And I've seen top channels buy a fish at the supermarket, do a catch and cook.
I did that for a video one time, and I did the whole thing. Like, I went out, we had a great time. It was fun. We were fishing, we were catching stuff to bring it home. But it was at the end of the video, I was like, but I want fish. I really wanted fish for dinner. So I'm like, oh, let's go to the supermarket. And then let's make a whole joke out of it. And I brought some fish home, and my wife is like, obviously this is not the fit. You didn't catch this. Get out of here. It was a funny ha-ha kind of thing. And it kind of fell flat. Like, it didn't really land well, the humor on it. It's just, I don't know. I have a weird sense of humor. But then, the next week, we have this other guy down here. His name's Thresher Fishing. He's the big fishing channel down here. And he did the exact same video that I did. It's not copying. He did it 3 days later. So we just accidentally did the video at the exact same time.
Everyone's copying everybody. That's not a thing. Don't worry.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah. And I'll call that out. But I want to be on the record as saying that is not what happened for this. But he put out the exact same video. But he had his sense of humor was so much better than mine. Where mine was in the video, I went to the store and bought the fish. He went out and caught a bunch of speckled trout, which is very white meat, kind of a soft meat kind of fish. And the fillets are smaller, And then he does the catch and cook, and the catch and cook, he's got this big pink fillet, and he's got next on the counter, he's got all the garbage from where he bought a big salmon fillet at the grocery store. He's got the Kroger's bag, HEB, whatever grocery store. He's got that bag sitting there, and he's got all the packaging open, and he never said a word about it. The sense of humor was that he just had it there to watch, and I was like, man, you did that so much better than I did. Mine was real on the head, and he was subtle. He let the viewer kind of experience the joke for themselves. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I wish I'd taken that approach.
Well, next time, don't worry. Yeah. So. Yeah,
there's always next time. Yeah. So next time I'm going to copy his joke and get him back.
There you go.
Scully, yeah, everybody sees him. We fish the exact same spots, and we always do it like a day apart from each other. But he's out there all the time. He's another hardworking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, the video I'm talking about is the one where I tried to steal the guy's lure. But it was a joke. He just didn't get the joke because of my weird sense of humor. And no, I'm not the guy out there stealing crab pots.
You're in trouble. You have red dye in your hands.
It's funny. We're going to have conversations about that again in the future. You need to come up with something like that. That's some Mark Rober style, virality, video kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys say? We got another 20 minutes left here on our live stream that we're doing. So what do you guys say we take a quick look at the pictures that we have from the Discord server this week? We need to name a picture of the week and see who got the best catch, got the best photo, stuff like that.
I'll follow you.
This is our weekly thing that we're doing because everybody gets kind of excited about posting their stuff in Discord, and I super want to encourage that. So we got all the crew in the chat over here checking it out. Guys, let us know what you think. Check it out. This right here is just kind of like the you know how it is. We post pictures. This is the more like the guys who are going out in nature. We got Wild Japan. He's out in Japan. Gorgeous shots as usual. He's a photographer. Outdoors Fishing Dream. He's in the chat. He's going to try and get into some saltwater stuff, which I'm curious to see. He is. We got a lot of really good up and coming YouTubers. So everybody's out there. You know, they're making their videos, and they are. We got some photogs in the process of it. Mr. Rick finally joined us. We're going to be seeing more from him. He's got some ducks out on the pond, and then Rush Hour Fishing YouTube got into a bunch of chameleons over in Florida. Do you see chameleons like that over there, Brian? I didn't know that was a thing.
No, I don't, those aren't. I don't know. We don't see those. Are those chameleons?
That's what he's saying. He keeps posting pictures about it too.
Some different kind of chameleon. Yeah, we have chameleons, but not like that.
Yeah, and I mean, the wildlife that you have over there is crazy. So I'm not arguing with anything. But yeah, I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, right.
It's unique.
Yeah. Dark Soldier, I totally hear you on that, man. I don't think anybody. Well, Grant's he's built for the cold. He can handle it a lot better than the rest of us. But I don't do it either.
It was 60 degrees today.
Yeah, that's winter for us.
Yeah.
Next up, we have all of our fishing guys, and there's a lot of freshwater stuff happening right now. Pickle, who's in the chat, he has been just posting stuff left and right. He's got a ton of perch. He's got himself some walleye, all kinds of stuff going on. Wild Japan got himself his first bass in 10 years. Mr. Rick, we've got Reed and Tigers Fan, who is our winner from last week. Everybody's getting into the fishing right now. I guess weather change up north, something. I don't know what you guys are doing, but everybody's tearing it up right now. Scully, you got me, man. I don't know the first thing about chameleons. I thought that was an Australian thing, but then again, I didn't think, obviously iguanas are invasive, so I didn't know how invasive they might have been. Dark Soldier's hitting 35. No, sir. No, thank you. I ain't about that. And then we have our hunting crew. Mr. Rick got himself into some ducks. We have Amateur Outdoors, Jamal 765, and Copo Camaro, and Moneybag Yo. Everybody's seeing deer right now. And of course, Pickle. I could not post your food porn in there.
Was that
He's
jerky?
been catching all kinds of stuff, so he's been cooking it all up as well. I wish Mr. Rick was in here. I was hoping to be chatting him up about his duck hunting trip.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scully says, coldest I did was negative 36 in Colorado mountains, backcountry snow cave camping with my pops. Negative temperatures? That's not a thing. Not about that at all. All right. It's that time, guys. That is our photos. Now, you guys know what to do. We need to know who's going to be our Discord photographer of the week. We've got Jamal 765. That kid got himself a nice deer. We have Wild Japan with their first bass in 10 years. Pickle Outdoors, who is always in here with some great shots, got himself a really nice perch. And Moneybag Yo, I know that's game cam footage, but that's some pretty good stuff he's got.
They're kissing.
Yeah, on camera, right? Like right there in front of the game cam. That's not the usual kind of game cam footage that you get.
Pretty neat.
I'm putting my money. I'm going for Jamal. I want to see Jamal win.
I was going to say Jamal myself.
That's just a good-looking buck he's got.
Yeah, it's the only one with his face too. You got to have the face in the picture, I think.
I agree. And see, that's part of it too, is like, how do you go about judging a good photograph? Is it because of the catch? Is it the photography? Every week it's a different conversation.
I know that no one cares about the catch. It's the person.
Ooh, well said. You're right.
I'm telling you.
Personality, man. You're talking about like
people.
video, same thing. All right. So far, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Jamal. We got 2 for Wild Japan.
There's Mr. Rick.
Hey, Mr. Rick, there you are.
What's up,
Doing
Rick?
good. You got perfect timing, man. We were just looking at your photos. We're taking a look at those deer, man. What were you doing when not those deer, those ducks. What were you doing when you got out there with them ducks? You guys got about 30 seconds here. We're going to run it until until we hit the 45-minute mark on this, and then we're going to call it. But right now, unless anybody has a dissenting opinion, it is Jamal running away with this. Moneybag Yo gets a vote from Peter. How are you doing, Peter? What are you up to? I assume you're probably working on dinner or something. Hey, there's Nick. I was wondering if you were going to be hanging out with us or not, man.
What's up,
Got a
Nick?
vote for... It's that time of year, man. Deer is just the runaway thing, and I don't blame them. After seeing my family up in Wisconsin, they had a hard time of it. So they got one doe. My family went up to Wisconsin. My father-in-law, you've seen a lot of videos. He went up there with my brother-in-law. They went and did some hunting, and they had a rough go of it this season. It was just with weather conditions and everything else. They had a hard time getting into them. They got themselves a doe. Then they had some car trouble. When my father-in-law came back down with the after processing it, they had all the sausage and jerky and everything made. So that had to go in my freezer while the car was getting worked on. And I got to sit on that for almost a week, and I almost made it away with the entire haul of deer meat. I gave it back because I'm a nice guy.
Nice.
But I almost ran away with it. I wanted it. I wanted it bad. And that's it, man. We're at the 45-minute mark. That is it. Our winner this week, Jamal 765. If you're watching this in the rerun, congratulations on an awesome buck and an excellent photograph. Thank you so much for the time and everything that you're putting on the Discord server. Everybody here, we really appreciate it, guys. And we're all looking forward to seeing what you're going to put out for us next week when we do this again. So keep them going. Get out there this weekend. Go and do something awesome. Jamal, I need to make a that's a new person too. I like that.
Definitely new winner. Yep.
Cool. All right, so you guys in the chat. Now, we were talking about what we got coming up in the new year. We are on limited time, but it is that time of the hour where we need to start talking about what you're going to be doing this weekend. The next 2 weeks, this is like where we do like our accountability group. We're going to, we all need to get outdoors. We just saw everybody's photos from their amazing last week that they had. This is intended to encourage you to get out there and go do something and go outdoors, go fishing, just go photograph some stuff in nature, go on a hike, something like that. This is the whole thing. We're trying to push you into that. I want to hear everybody in the chat, because we're going to hold you to it. We want to hear about what you are going to be doing next week. And while we're waiting to hear from you, I want to hear from Brian and Grant what you guys are going to be doing in the next week. Grant, I'll start with you, man. What do you got coming up for us?
I'll be duck hunting Saturday. It's supposed to be 50s and close to 60 all week, which is too warm for duck hunting, but we're going Saturday morning. See what happens.
Good luck on that, man. I look forward to seeing pictures and video and food on the table. Those ducks, dude. I'm envious of that. Brian, what are you guys working on right now? I know you guys got a lot of work that you're doing.
Yeah. This is like our or Darcy's busy merchandise time. So she's working on that right now. Actually, I have to go to the post office at 8:30 every night. We have a new system to go to the regional post office. Everybody gets everything faster. But anyway, we got a full moon coming up tomorrow, I believe. So hopefully we'll get a break and do some early morning wahoo fishing.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah. So hopefully, probably not tomorrow, which would be a great day, but maybe the day after that, you can get out. We live so close there, and you don't have to go far to catch them. So hopefully we can get out. We used to go before work, like make it to work at 9 a.m. and catch a wahoo first. So we can get out there and get in by 10. She can get the regular work, maybe a couple times. That'd be real nice. And then the inshore game is picking up pretty nice around here. The weather temperature dropping a little bit. It was down to a chilly 76 in a coastal water temperature.
You wearing jackets out there?
So hopefully we'll catch some fish. We caught a redfish the other day, so we'll see what happens. And they do have some big redfish, big redfish like you're talking about, Stanley, up at Cape Canaveral. And we just got some new trailers, so maybe we'll trailer up there. And then, and actually might do my yearly, maybe every other year, because Darcy's doing so much of the holiday stuff. I go out by myself. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And I'm thinking I'm going to do some freshwater, because, we live on a freshwater canal system where they actually hold bass tournaments. And, you've seen all the stuff we catch in the backyard.
Yeah.
I can put the boat in and keep it in the backyard.
Oh. That's what you get for bragging about all that, Brian.
Hold on.
Like, nope. I was just thinking, you're talking about you guys getting to go into the backyard.
So I might do some freshwater fishing in the backyard, or not in the backyard, but from my backyard into the lake. And that's awesome. And then my sister's coming down over for my birthday week. So that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am. I think I took a day off from work, and I kind of am doing something a little bit similar. So I took a day off of work, and my wife and daughter, my wife's a teacher, and my daughter's going to be in school. They're going to be in school. So I'm like, I have a day all to myself to kind of play hooky. I'm hoping weather conditions are not perfect for it, but I'm hoping I'm going to try and get out there to that jetty and try to get into some of those big reds. Maybe see if I can't go harass Thresher fishing if he's out there. Give him a hard time for copying my videos. Let's see what we got in the chat. Oh, here's an interesting one. Mr. Covarubia says, I'm going to Corpus Christi, but only briefly. May have some time on the beach or on Packer Channel Jetty. Let me know what date you're going to be doing that, man. Like I said, I'm going to try and get down there and do some stuff. If we can get together, we'll do it. Had a lot of fun with you on that last time. I know we can't do the exact same thing. We were on the beach, like bonfire style, and fishing just went right out the window. But we had fun. I look forward to the next opportunity for being able to do that. Mr. Rick is going to try to get Grant out to hunt. I've got Central Illinois duck hunt. Nice.
Let me know.
And of course, we got everybody talking about duck hunting over here. Scully Nation Adventures says he's going to be ridiculously busy. More drywall, mudding, trim, painting, auto mechanics, and stuff like that. Nope. I'll be working on that when it's cold and I can't do anything. But yeah, not when I still got a little bit of a window.
My house is falling apart. I don't do anything.
Same here. Yeah, I don't even like everything outside of the frame of the camera here is a disaster.
Yeah, forget it. It took me 3 hours to clean back behind me.
Just this area right here, right? Pickle Outdoors says, I'll be out in Chaumont Bay, weather permitting, on the hunt for that 10-pound walleye before freeze up. Pickle, I want like 50 pictures from you, sir. I want it all. I love every time you go out, you get the best pictures. You're always in our photography contest, so I want to see everything you got, man. Hoping to get out there fishing. If I can make it decent weather and conditions, let me know, man. You're gonna be in the area. If we're able to get it together, I know we keep missing each other. One of these days we are gonna get it together. Pickle will love walleye. Heck yeah, totally hearing on that. Wild Japan says, on Sunday we have an antiques market. My wife mentioned wanting to fish and she got interested after eating the bass. Nice. That's how you do it, man. That's a win right there. Also start to get stuff together for my trip to the USA. Cool. Where in the USA are you coming at, man?
Florida.
Right. Exactly.
Well, they all got. Everybody goes.
That's where everybody goes. You know, what's funny is we've done like 150 of these live streams, and we get a lot of people from Florida. We get Midwest. We get also. I don't think we have ever had a single person from California.
Oh yeah.
They're hard to find.
Not many.
Or maybe they don't like us or something. I don't know. But man, it's hard to come across someone. I want to get somebody from California. I go to California for Tube Buddy stuff, and so I want information on what I need to be doing fishing over there. Like I want a brain to pick, and I've just had a hard time finding that.
They go on those boats like out by San Diego, catch tunas and those yellow. They call them yellowtails, but they're like something else. I forget what we call them. But
oh man, and the Humboldts. I want to get into the squid. You got Coastal Fever TV. Hey, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, sir. Thank you very much. Wild Japan says, I'll stop in Texas to see Stanley for a few days, then Boston, Massachusetts.
Nice.
Where in Texas? You say that, but I mean, if you're in Panhandle, you might as well be in Canada.
Right.
I love when they say that. I'm coming to Florida, and I'm like, oh, it's a big state.
Yeah, Pensacola. Yeah, I've done Pensacola a couple of times. Like, gorgeous. I love it. That water clarity, man. We go to Cozumel every year. We're actually planning our trip to trying to put together our trip for Cozumel early in January is when we'd like to go. And man, that water clarity is just, that's what brings us all the time. Love snorkeling, love getting in the water and seeing stuff. It's hard to fish. I had to really bulk up on learning stuff. I didn't realize how hard you guys had it until recently.
Yeah.
You fish are a lot more line shy.
Oh,
yeah, we don't have to deal with that as much. All right, guys, it is that time. We're reaching the end of this whole thing here. I know like everybody's kind of like coughing a little bit. We're all like talking and kind of talked out here. So, and it's also my wife and daughter are going to be home shortly. It is time to do birthday dinner. I would like to actually have a drink. I've actually been, I'm doing 0 calorie soda here. I haven't even really been drinking too hard because I've got some other stuff I got to do in the morning. I got to be prepared for, but guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a wonderful birthday. I really appreciate doing these live streams with everybody and enjoying your company and having you guys here with me. It's been a blast. Grant, as usual, dude, I can't wait until next week. Always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Looking forward to seeing what we got with John. Brian, it's a super pleasure hanging out with you, sir. I really thank you for coming and hanging out with us, man. I know you got a lot going on. Your time is very much appreciated, and I love being able to pick your brain and kind of learn some stuff from you.
all right, man. Well, we really appreciate the invite, and you guys all watching. And so, you know, we're all in it together, man. So we're all in it together, man.
Exactly
The
right.
best we can.
Oh, at last minute. Ben, appreciate you, sir. Thank you very
There
much.
you
I
go.
appreciate that. We're going to put that towards a bottle of whiskey, and we'll be enjoying it together next time. I promise you that.
Nice.
Yeah. Scully, same here, man. Appreciate having you guys all around. I can't, every time, whenever we have to shut this down, it always feels like it's been too early. We've got, I'm already looking forward to next week. So we've done this, like I said, 150 times, and I still look forward to it every week. So, guys, have a wonderful week. Get out there. Go do something fun. Go enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time with your family. Get outdoors. You know the whole, you know the game. You know what we're doing here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I completely forgot. Let me pull this thing up. Okay, got it. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you all in the next one, guys.